man?
Nay, I'll come. If I lose a scruple of this sport, let me be boiled to death in melancholy.
Wouldst thou be glad to see the rascally sheep-biter come by some notable shame?
I would exult, man. You know, he brought me out of favor with my lady about a bear baiting here.
Oh, to anger him, we'll have the bear again. We will fool him black and blue. Shall we not, Sir Andrew?
And we do not. It is pity of our lives.
Here comes the little villain. How now, my medal of India?
Get ye all three into the box tree. Malvolio is coming down this walk. He has been yonder in the sun, practicing behavior to his own shadow this half hour. Observe him for the love of mockery, for I know this letter will make a contemplative idiot of him. Close in the name of jesting! Right out there, for here comes the trap that must be caught with tickling.
'Tis but fortune, all but fortune. Maria once told me Olivia did affect me. And Olivia herself told me that should she fancy, she would fancy one of my complexion. Besides, she shows me more exalted respect than anyone else who follows her. What should I think on that?
Here's an overweening rogue.
Oh, peace. Contemplation makes a rare turkey cock of him. How he jets under his advanced blooms.
Oh, slight, I could so beat the rogue.
Peace, I say.
To be Count Malvolio.
Ah, rogue.
Pistol him. Pistol him!
Peace, peace.
Fie on him, Jezebel.
Peace. Now he is deeply in. Look how imagination blows him.
Having been 3 months married to her, sitting in my state.
Oh, for a stone bow to hit him in the eye.
Calling my servants about me in my branched velvet gown, having come from my daybed, where I've left Olivia sleeping.
Fire and brimstone.
Oh, peace, peace.
And then to have the humorous state. And after demure travel of regard, telling them I know my place as they should know theirs, to call my kinsman Toby.
Bolts and shackles.
Oh, peace, peace, peace. Now.
7 of my people, with an obedience, start to make out for him. I frown the while. Perchance I wind my watch or fiddle with a rich jewel.
Shall this fellow live?
Though our silence be drawn from us with cars, yet peace.
I extend my hand thus, quenching my familiar smile with an austere regard for control.
And does not Toby give you a blow on the lips then?
Saying, Cousin Toby, my fortunes, which cast me on your knees, give me this prerogative of speech.
What? What?
You must amend your drunkenness.
Out, scab!
Nay, patience! We break the sinews of our plot.
Besides, you waste the treasure of your time with a foolish knight.
That's me, I warrant you.
One Sir Andrew.
I knew 'twas I. For many do call me fool.
What employment do we have here?
Now is the woodcock near the gin.
Oh, peace, and the spirit of humor intimate reading aloud to him.
Oh. By my life, it is my lady's hand. These are her very C's, U's, T's, and her grand P's. 'Tis without question her hand.
Her C's, her U's, her T's? Why is that?
To the unknown beloved, this and my good wishes. To whom should this be?
This wins him, liver and all.
Jove knows I love, but who? Lips do not move, no man must know. No man must know. But colors no man must know. This should be the Malvolio.
Mary, hang thee, Brock.
I may command where I adore, but silence like a luckish knife, with bloodless stroke my heart doth gore. M-O-A-I doth sway my life.
Fustian riddle.
Excellent wench, say I.
M-O-A-I doth sway my life. Nay, but first,
Dish of poison has she dressed him?
And with what wing does Daniel checks at it?
I may command where I adore. You see. She may command me, she is my lady. I serve her. In the end, what should that alphabetical position portend? If I could just make it something to resemble myself. But soft. M-O-A-I.
Oh, I make up that. He is now at a cold scent.
Salter will cry upon it for all this, though it be rank as a fox.
Malvolio.
Did not I say you would work it out? The cur is excellent at faults.
Then there is no constancy in the sequel that suffers under probation. A should follow what O does.
And O shall end, I hope.
Aye, or I'll cudgel him and make him cry, oh!
And then I comes from behind.
Aye, and you had an eye behind you, you might see more detraction at your heels than fortunes before you.
M-O-A-I. This simulation is not as the former, and yet to crush this a little, it would bow to me, for every one of these letters is in my name. Soft. But here's some prose. If this falls into thy hand, resolve. In my stars I am above thee, but be not afraid of greatness. Some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrust upon them. Thy fates open thy hands. Let thy blood and spirit embrace them. Be opposite with the kinsmen, surly with servants. Let thy tongue tang arguments of state. Put thyself into the trick of singularity. She thus advises thee that sighs for thee. Remember who commended thy yellow stockings, and wished to see thee ever cross-gartered. I say remember. Go to thou art. Maid, if thou desirest to be so. If not, let me see thee a steward still, the fellow of a servant, and not worthy to touch fortune's fingers. Farewell, she that would alter services with thee, the fortunate unhappy. Daylight discovers not more. This is open. I will be proud. I will baffle Sir Toby. I will wash off gross acquaintance for every reason that excites to this, that my lady loves me. She did commend my yellow stockings of late, and she did praise being cross-gartered. And in this, she manifests herself to my love. I thank my stars I am happy. I will be strange, stout, in yellow stockings and cross-gartered, even to the swiftness of putting on. Jove in my stars, be praised. Oh, here is yet a postscript. Thou canst not choose but know who I am. If thou entertainest my love, let it appear in thy smiling. Thy smiles become thee well, therefore in my presence still smile. Dear my sweet, I pray thee.
Jove, I thank thee. I will smile. I will do everything thou wilt have me do.
I will not give my part in this sport for a pension of thousands to be paid from the Sophie.
I could marry this wench for this device.
So could I too.
And ask no other dowry with her, but such another jest.
Nor could I neither.
Here comes my noble goal catcher. Woo!
Why, thou hast put him in such a dream that when the image of it leaves him, he must run mad!
Nay, but say true, does it work upon him?
Like aqua vitae to a midwife.
If you will see the fruits of the sport, mark his first approach before my lady. He will come to her in yellow stockings, and 'tis a color she abhors, and cross-gartered, a fashion she detests, and he will smile, which will now be so unsuitable to her disposition, being addicted to melancholy as she is, that it cannot but turn him into a notable contempt. If you will see it, follow me!
Oh, to the gates of Tartar, thou most excellent devil of wit!
Oh, I'll make one